Well, hello there. Today we're going to be talking about my hands. I'm just only going to show you a little bit. My hands. There they are. If you've watched my stand-up, you've probably heard me talk about my hands before. That's the smaller one, by the way. I'm measured, and one is smaller than the other, which makes it even worse, I find. I'm going to measure them for you in real time here. We're going to talk about my hands. I'm going to talk about some weird experiences.
I'm uncomfortable with that.
We'll unpack all of that. We're just going to unpack it all. Subscribe below if you don't. I'd appreciate it if you did. Also hit the note. Comment. I guess that is also good for algorithms and such. I wonder what these will do to the algorithms. Coming right up, my hands. Now pretend there's like an intro.
You need an intro.
All right, we're back. There was no intro. I just thought that'd be fun to do. This is no surprise, I guess, to most people probably watching these videos that I made a career, stand-up comedy career on having big old hands. I do. I got big old mitts. Every time I shake somebody's hand, I tickle their armpit. Hey, that's the joke right there. That's how easy it is.
It's not funny.
Forget how big they are sometimes. Woke up in the middle of the night the other night there. I was like, bruh, another joke just like that. Hand jokes, boom, boom. It's just so much fun.
Well, agree to disagree.
But the secret is proportion. It really is proportion. Do I have really big hands? Yeah. Is it made worse because of my body? Yes. Like I got a tiny head. I make the joke, but it's not even really a joke. I have 4XL is my glove size, hat size, youth medium. In fact, that is a joke because my real hat size is actually youth small. I'm not making that up. It's youth small, but I had to change it for the joke because people didn't think that was funny.
I don't see how it could get any worse.
So it's proportion. Also, arms. I got skinny little arms. I'll flex them though. Boom. Come on. Get up there. It looks smaller because you're comparing it to my fist. I have people coming up to me all the time. They always want to compare hand size. But some people, they're like offended. They're not that big. And they walk up with their hands and, they put their hands up to it. Well, I'm close. You're not that big. Yeah, I guess. You want your money back or something? Are all those jokes less funny to you now? I don't understand why you're mad at me.
Because you know better.
Anyway, but it's funny too because I have like these huge guys, like 7-foot guys, come up and they'll like want to compare hand size. And mine's almost as big or mine's bigger or whatever. It's like, yeah, well, it should be. Otherwise, you'd be some kind of tiny hand freak.
I just don't understand why people feel the need to use that kind of language.
People sometimes ask me, why do you talk about it on stage all the time? Like, move on, right? And I've done shows where I don't talk about it much anymore, but I have to say something about my hands, and I'm trying to write new hand jokes all the time so that it's fresh. But I have to say something about it because if I don't, inevitably people notice anyway, and then they're distracted. I've seen it happen. I'm on stage doing a show. I'm looking into the audience, and I can see the moment it happens. And some audience member, he's laughing. He's like, "Oh, this is good." And then all of a sudden, just that look in their eye when they notice it, they'll be like, and then they just watch my hands for the rest of the show. They're just like,
I think you're exaggerating.
That's why I talk about it. Here's what's happened though recently, and this is the reason I'm talking about it today specifically, is that on social media every once in a while people will reach out to me, and I don't mind. I don't mind reaching out to people. They've seen some clips and they're like, "Oh, hey, you're funny. I enjoy your show," and I always appreciate that kind of stuff. And some people want to know about my hands. Hey, how big is your hand? But people always ask me, like, I don't have a number ready because it's like, I don't remember. I'm not weighing my hands. I weigh my hands all the time, about 40 pounds a piece.
I don't believe you.
But I don't measure them. I'm going to. But they're so surprised. And they're like, well, can you measure it for me? What? That's when it gets creepy. I'll be honest with you. When people start asking, shoe size and stuff, and that's fine. But when they're like, hey, can you take a picture with your hand and the like somebody asked me one time to take a picture with the tape measure, so that they knew it was. I'm like, what? Like, it becomes weird. Like, you gotta understand when people start requesting pictures.
I'm not cool with that.
There was one guy. He's an Irish guy, like from Ireland.
Yes, that's what it means.
And he was like less than 6 feet. He was shorter, and he had massive hands. And he was like, yeah. And he was like, then he sent me a picture. Hey, let me see yours or whatever. And I was just kind of like, I think I might even sent one or whatever. But then he just kept like, it just got weird. It got weird when you keep asking for pictures and you're not satisfied with the pictures. It's like, wait a minute, what do you want now? Just take off your shirt and show me your hands. It's like, listen, I don't know what you're into. And then the dude found my son through Facebook and was like befriending him and then asking him. That's when I was like, yeah, you're gone. And I told my son, yeah, just delete this guy. This is getting weird. I know you want to find out like if you got big hands and stuff, but I'll clear that up right now, and then you don't have to ask me to measure my hands, and you don't have to ask me to send pictures of my hands. I'll tell you what, do a little screen grab right now. Just I'll hold still. Do a screen grab. There's your picture. Stop asking me now, okay? I had this one girl.
I don't like where this is going.
And she asked some stuff, and she was, hey, I really enjoy your stuff. And like people start off with compliments. So then as a comedian, you're like, well, I appreciate it. Thanks so much. And then how big are your hands? Yeah, they're big. Have you ever measured? Yeah, I think I did once. What was it? You know what? I don't remember. Why don't you measure it now? Like it just kept going back and forth. And I was like, yeah, I guess I could. Yeah, can you? What? And then I think I told her the number, and then she was like, can you, I forget what she said. And I actually did I traced my hand.
You gotta have creepy fans.
And then I scanned that picture and sent her the picture because I was like, I'm not giving you any more pictures of my hands, you weirdo. And then she was like, is this to scale? What? What are you doing over there? And she got really weird about it. So I just stopped answering. And then she finally said to me, I'm a teacher. It's for my class, and we're talking about scale and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, why don't you just say so, you weirdo? Because it just got so creepy.
Lousy teachers.
So just so you know, when you're asking me about my hands, there's been creepy people asking me weird things about my hands. Take a picture with your hand and an envelope. It's like, what?
That's creepy.
And now I'm going to measure my hands for you. This is the, so I found a couple ways to do it. This is, there we go. So it's like 9. That was 9 inches straight up. I'm 6'3", just so you know. So if you're 6'8" and you're like, mine's 9, why I should have a comedy career? It's proportion. And then width-wise, this is kind of hard to do. I'll just spread it out this way. This is what the football guys do. So that's not right. It was about 11. That was 10.5. So 10.5, 11. And then I gotta spread it out again. Yeah, no, it's closer to 11. No, I guess it is like less than, so it's not quite 11. Ouch.
It hurts to witness this.
So how big is that? It's big. But here's, I decided to give you guys a way to you can figure out what the hand sizes are in the NBA, for example, because those big hand people are here's the top 10-ish NBA players hand size. So Greg Smith, hand length 9.75, so he's got 7.5 on me, and the width is 12. That's a big hand. We got Noah here. He's number 2, 9.75 inches is the length. And the width is 11.75. Look at the payrolls. We should do player salaries while we're here. And I can, 43 million. Yeah, I'm a little less than that as well. Okay, moving on. Kawhi, everybody knows Kawhi's got big hands. 9.75, 11.25 is the width. I'm just under 11. So that's, man, I didn't actually think I was that close. Well, I mean, when you're, that's a big difference.
Makes no difference to me.
I wonder if I bet you I won't even be in the top 10. Andrew Nicholson, Canadian guy. 10 inches is his length. That's long. His long fingers. And 10.75. 10, so I'm about this almost the same width then as Andrew. And then the top 10, 9.25. So I'm just under and about the same width, 10.75. So I'm not in the top 10. I was close.
Were you?
Larry Sanders. Larry Sanders' show was a fantastic show. I think it's a different guy. Larry Sanders, Gary Shandling played Larry Sanders.
Oh, I'm delightful, aren't I?
It's an old reference. 11 is the width, 9.75 is the length. Hopefully you guys can actually see this. Steven Adams is like 7 foot something. He's only got 9.5. Look at these tiny little hands. They're still bigger than mine, but the dude is like over 7.
You're so tiny, man!
I guess you could put me in the top 21, just outside of the top 20 in the NBA as far as hand size goes. As far as player salaries, let's see, 10 is Klay Thompson, 35 million. So I'm less than that.
Yeah, sure.
That's it. That's the hands. I told you I'd do it. Hey, looks like I'm spinning a ball. Looks like I'm spinning 2 balls right now. It's just my hands. I'm just turning them fast. All right, that's stupid.
Yes, it is.
Subscribe below. Comment below. Tell me how big your hands are, you freak. Put pictures down there, huh? Yeah, maybe I want to see some pictures of your hands. This feels so awkward now. All right, you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Comment below if you're not as impressed with my hands anymore, or if you measured them, your own hands. Put it below. Let me know. Talk to you guys next time.